Today on the show, we review Devil May Cry 4, Cloverfield, and we hook you up with a classic cheat, so stick around because GMR is about to start. Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of GMR. I'm your host, A.j.Trombetta. On today's rundown, let's start off with a classic cheat. In Mega Man 2, you play as the heroic robot Mega Man, aka Rock, in his quest to rid the world of Dr. Wily's robots and his evil schemes for world domination. To make life easier for Mega Man, simply go into the password section and put in A5, B24, C135, D45, and E2. This password gives you all the weapons including 1, 2, and 3, and also gives you 4 E-tanks as well. Not a bad little cheat for the Blue Bomber. Now let's check out J.J. Abrams' masterpiece, Cloverfield. Let's face it, people, monster movies have been done before. While marketed as a monster movie, however, it's more of a commentary on human nature and actions during a disaster and how they responded. Now, do they run for high hell, or do they go back to help the ones that they love? Now, for the character development, JJ and the company decided to do something that has rarely been done in monster movies lately. Now, in this film, the characters take center stage to the monster. Now, that's not to say that the monster is bad. Cloverfield makes us feel for its characters and goes out of the way to show us that they're human just like us. The producers decided to cast unknowns for the roles. With a movie that focuses on its characters, casting unknowns was a risky move. Luckily, it worked out superbly. The script is reminiscent of today's youth movement of teenagers and young adults. Scientific terms are not thrown around, as is usually the norm in most monster movies. We can believe that JJ took these people and threw them in this situation to see what happens. Here's where it gets really interesting. J.J. Abrams decided to go with a more first-person perspective, as if the movie was a home video found on the attack. Filmed with an HD Handycam, it looks beautiful, maybe a little too good. A soundtrack was not made to go with the notion that this was a first-hand account of the attack. The only music that you hear is played at Rob's party. However, during the credits, the monster's very own theme plays, simply entitled Roar. While starting off a little slow in the first 15 minutes, the moments those lights go off, the rest is paced lightning fast. Before you notice, you'll be asking yourself, where the hell did that last hour go? The DVD comes with some awesome extras. First is a full commentary by director Matt Reeves that gives us a lot of insight to what all went into this movie. There are some deleted scenes that were removed for the pacing, but are enjoyable nonetheless, and the behind the scenes are great too. This is a movie that you could watch over and over again, and its short running time makes it easy to do. The price ranges from $19.99 for the standard movie to $34.99 for the special editions. Now let's check out the scoreboard for the final score. While I would love to give the story a 10, I have to knock off 2 points for not being entirely original. Because of the movie's short running time, we weren't allowed for proper character development for everyone, but for the short time we saw them, they get a good enough score, a solid 8. For the casting, the unknowns give us the feeling that the events in this movie really happened, and by the end of the movie you really wish they made out better, a perfect 10. The script gets an 8 for its great improv qualities. The shakiness of the camera caused some of the people to get motion sickness at the theater, however it does add a lot more to the movie and it deserves its credit, a high 9. Sadly, I have to give the soundtrack a low score, a 4. The pacing gets a perfect 10 for its lightning speed. The extras as well gets an 8. The replay value gets a 9, the extras are great and you can watch the story over and over again. And finally, the price gets a nice crisp 10. You can't go wrong for 20 bucks. So the final score is an 87, definitely a buy in my opinion. Coming up after the break, I review Devil May Cry 4. GMR will be right back after these messages.
Rob, have fun in Japan.
It's gonna be the best night ever.
On January 18th,
saw it. It's alive. It's huge.
You know what that thing is?
Or whatever it is, it's winning.
It's still here. All right, we get the hell out of Manhattan.
I'm coming with you.
Cloverfield.
What was that?
Rated PG-13. Cry 4, rated M for mature. Available now.
Welcome back. Now our final review is Devil May Cry 4. Does it compare to the previous installments? Find out now. Devil May Cry 4 is the fourth installment in the Devil May Cry series. In this game you play as Nero, a Dante lookalike with a bad attitude and a demonic arm to boot. As Nero progresses, he meets new allies and enemies, thickening the plot with twists and turns. And don't worry DMC fans, Dante is back and better than ever, with even better puns than before. Now the graphics are truly stunning, opening a new world to Devil May Cry fans across the globe. Killing an enemy has never looked so jaw-dropping. The audio is fantastic as well. I still have the intro music stuck in my head. It is that good. Doesn't matter how many times the music loops during battle, you will not get tired of it. The controlling is solid too, keeping the simplistic button combos so every gamer can master the controls. There are very rare times though when the camera angle can be a bit of a nuisance, but that's forgivable. If you're a PS3 owner, downloading a game onto your hard drive takes about 10 minutes, so make a sandwich or something. If you're new to the series, DMC's story is given to you during the long load. However, even with those flaws, the gameplay is amazing, and the combos and styles for Nero and Dante never get old, which makes the fun factor in this game epic. With 2 difficulty levels to begin with and a super hard difficulty level to come, the replay value is extremely high. The price for this game is $59.99 for the regular game, and the recommended special edition, which comes with the first anime DVD and the gaming soundtrack, is $79.99. Now let's check out the scoreboard for the final judgment. The story gets an 8, nothing really new, but it does have twists and turns to make the gamer play more. The graphics get a 10, they are just plain gorgeous. The audio gets an 8, the soundtrack is great, and the battle music just never gets tiring. The controlling gets a 9, it's very simple to learn and very easy to use. The camera angle gets a 7, it can be very frustrating at times, but it's manageable. The loading time gets an 8. After the installation, the loading times are fairly fast. The gameplay gets a 9, solid to the core. The fun factor is a 10 in my opinion. I like coming home from work and killing something. It's great for stress. The replay value is a 9. You know you want to try Devil Hunter and Son of Sparta. And finally, the price is a 10. It's worth every penny, and the special edition saves you money if you're a fan of the series.
This baby sure can pack a punch.
Yes it does, Nero. Yes it does. So the final score is an 88, which makes this game a must-buy for all gamers new and old to this series. It's one hell of a ride. Pick it up in stores now. In next week's episode, we'll review Pan's Labyrinth and then head over to Liberty City for a special GTA 4 episode. See you next week!